Hey everyone, it's Brandy from brandyallen.com and coachbrandy.com. I wanted to talk a little bit about what people call imposter syndrome. Now, I first learned about this word, this phrase, this label from, I believe, my adult kid. I believe they're the ones that first explained it, said something to me about it. And they explained it a little differently than how I've come to understand it based on some of my training with the mastermind group, mastermind.com people. So what I understand it to be is something that everybody struggles with, even people that are out there with a beautiful face and a handsome face, and they're making all the money and they're promoting themselves and they're presenting themselves very confidently. They know what they do. They know what they have to share with everybody. They're also experiencing what y'all call imposter syndrome. And I'm glad that I learned that before I published my book, before my book got published, although it's not available to the public until the end of the month. That is the end of March 2024. I'm starting to get nervous. So when I started writing this book, Habits Equal Life, when I started formulating all of my thoughts and all of the excitement of how I finally figured out that little habits each day can transform your mind, your body, your soul, and help you show up to be better in your 30s and 40s, well, really anytime, but I started this process in my 40s, my early 40s. I am still in my early 40s. So I guess I started in my late 30s about 5 years ago. I'm now 42. So in my late 30s, I learned that by implementing little habits each day into my life, I could transform my mind and thus start showing up as a better me. The problem is that as confident as I am about the concept, now that my book is getting ready to go out there, even talking about it right now out loud, I can feel in my stomach, the nerves, like I'm so nervous about this book because I critique myself way more than I critique other people because I'm suffering from something called imposter syndrome. Basically, I'm a normal human, I'm an everyday human, and I don't feel like I'm better than anyone else. So sometimes I have a little hard time when something is going out and being successfully promoted and people are enjoying it. Anything I do where somebody comes to me and says, like, because you're doing that, this happened, I feel weird. I'm glad that something I did helped somebody feel better and to live better and make a different choice for their life that made their life better. I'm glad that that's happening, but it's still very surreal to me because in my mind, I'm just this little small town New Hampshire girl who writes for a living and just enjoys showing up as myself and doing the best I can every day. And knowing that sometimes I show up too strong with emotions and have to step back, apologize, and show up better next time. I'm really no different than everyone else. So it's hard sometimes to take the compliment or to take the praise or to, accept the thank you. But I'm learning to do that because I have learned through all of my training that every single one of us, yes, even people that have hurt you out there in this world or hurt me or whatever, they have their story too. And they have different things in their history that have happened in a way that helps them come out and learn and be better and start working through those inner child things to show up better. And they will also suffer from imposter syndrome, thinking that they're not good enough if they're not of the high ego type, like narcissists or sociopaths. Those corner cluster personality things. I don't like to use those words because a lot of times they're used in the wrong ways, and I am not a psychiatrist, so I cannot diagnose any of y'all with anything or diagnose myself. So my point is that no matter how confident you are about a piece of work or something you do, there's gonna be times when you start putting yourself out there in front of the public. For me, it's in the video form or even in real life, when you're going to start questioning yourself, like, shoot, like, should I have published that book? Like, should my Habits Equal Life book be out there? Like, I don't do everything 100% every time. Like, I don't always do the habits. I sometimes struggle. And then I'm like, yeah, because I'm human. So yes, of course I get to put my book out there. Yes, of course I get to help you, specifically women and moms. More specifically, I get to help other moms out there learn that they can implement these small little habits in their day to live better, to feel better, to be more confident and independent, even during the time of raising kids, which is extremely hard. I have gone through 21 years of parenting and 3 very different children who have different temperaments, different personalities, different needs. And so it's nice to know that what I'm putting out there can help other moms at whatever stage in life they're at know that they can change something and they can have control over themselves in some way. And while I'll never probably feel 100%, yes, this is like, I am that person for you to help you to help moms, you know, change their life for the better with tiny habits. I may never 100% always feel that way because I'm humble and I'm just me. This is how I'm wired. It's a natural thing for me to want to help others. It's a natural thing for me to lean towards the positive and to look inward and try to make change. Now, that wasn't always the case. You know, my 20s and late teens were probably pretty selfish, which is normal. You're supposed to be kind of selfish. You kind of can be. Of course, I became a mom right before I turned 21, so I didn't really have a lot of my 20s. But as a woman, it was more of a motherhood. So I want you to know, I guess is my point, that no matter how much you think that you're not good enough, you are good enough. I don't know your story. I don't know anything about you, but I would love to learn something about you, and I would love to know more about you. So if you have listened this far, can you please share something down below that is like a special talent you have, something you're really good at, but you sometimes feel like you shouldn't share it with the world because, well, it's not good enough, or you're not good enough. Because I want us all to encourage each other to show up in our best self and to be confident with who we are. And know that we each hold a special place on this earth for a reason. Our unique stories matter. Go out there and be you. But first, please leave a comment. I want to know what your special talent is. As I said earlier, mine is helping moms change habits, little habits each day, to be more confident, be more independent, and learn that even though they're a mom, their individual self doesn't end. You could still be yourself and be a beautiful mom. I'll help you if you let me. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Brandy Allen out.